why horror is the last real genre left. I'm excited to watch this though because I don't know if you've seen Obsession, this movie that they're showing. This was a good ass movie.
Horror has been having a moment. While original films in every other genre have almost completely disappeared from the top box office
Oh, that movie. This movie right here.
spots,
That's a good movie. Oh my gosh, what is that called? Weapons. Weapons. Oh my gosh, that movie was fire. Yeah, Weapons.
horror is
That was
bigger
a
than
good
ever.
ass movie.
People go in droves to
That
join
was
a
scary
ritual or
though.
sitting
That
in a
movie was
dark room with
scary.
strangers to face their fears. So far this year, the only completely original live-action movie in the box office
Obsession
top
was
10
good.
is Obsession, which exploded out
It
of
was
nowhere
really good.
thanks to word of mouth. Last year, the only original film in the box office top 10 was the
Ooh.
action horror movie Sinners.
I saw Sinners too. Wow. Yo, like that movie was so good. Me and my girlfriend saw Sinners at the drive-in. I don't know if you know what a drive-in is, like where you pull up in a car and you watch the movie like through your windshield, but it comes out the radio. Watched it there. It was so good that when it came back out on HBO, watched it again. Watched it again as soon as it came out. Like that movie is fantastic. I love Sinners. Sinners like the best vampire movie I've ever saw.
To find another original, you have to go all the way down to
So
number 16,
good.
where you'll find Weapons.
So good.
Also
Weapons is
a
so
horror
good.
film. But if we rewind to 1997,
Old horror movies are
you'll find the box office top 10
bangers.
full of original genre movies like the comedy Liar Liar, the romance My Best Friend's Wedding,
Liar
and
Liar
the
is a good ass
action
movie.
film
I like
Air
that movie.
Force One. In the top 20 that year, we also had Contact, an original sci-fi, the drama Jerry Maguire, the thriller Conspiracy Theory, and the action movies Face Off and Con Air.
Face Off is such a good movie too.
But
This
over
is
the
just
last 30 years,
97?
the original
What?
genre film has been slowly killed off, with one
Scream.
notable exception. Whether it's Nope, Get Out, A Quiet Place, The Black Phone, Talk to Me, Us, Smile, Megan,
I did not see Nope or Us, but I did see A Quiet Place. What was it? Wait, what else was
Whether
it?
it's Nope, Get Out, A Quiet Place,
I saw A Quiet Place and Get Out. Those movies are fire too. I saw A Quiet Place in theaters. That movie, seeing that in theaters, you could hear a pin drop.
The
I
Black
watched that.
Phone, Talk to Me, Us, Smile, Megan, Long Legs, or Weapons.
I don't.
Original horror still finds huge box office success where other genres are struggling. There have been occasional breakouts in other genres over the
Free
last
Guy
decade,
was
but these
alright.
one-off genre hits like the comedy Free Guy or the war movie 1917 are
I
pretty
wanted to
few
see
and
that.
far between and feel more like the rule.
I know
Even
they
with
all
the
sound very
success
different.
of one of these movies, we don't see a resurgence in the genre overall. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I want to know, why is it like this? Who killed the genre film, and perhaps
Yo, honestly though, also it's like I just feel like movies don't hit anymore. Like movies don't make me feel, at least besides like recently I've gotten a kick out of like, damn, these are probably going to be good movies. Let me go check them out, like The Odyssey and Spider-Man. But movies haven't really like moved my body or like I was like, "Oh my gosh, I have to go see this" in so long. I just feel like movies don't really hit anymore. Not that they don't hit, but I'm not saying everything needs to be like a blockbuster banger, but it doesn't feel like a bunch of stuff is also creative in the liberties that they take to make a movie. Like, I don't want to watch a movie and guess the direction that the movie's going to go in the first 3 seconds based on the plot and like what's going to go, like what's already happening.
more importantly,
We
why
do.
do audiences love horror more than ever?
Why do they do that? It's too red.
Of course, I know that movies
That
and
wasn't
genres
bad though.
besides horror
F1
still get
wasn't
made.
bad.
I'm making a distinction between genre as a label that we use to categorize movies and the genre film, where the audience
Wedding
goes
Crashers,
to a movie
goated
in
ass
part
movie.
for what the genre itself provides. Take superhero movies as an example. They do have some recognizable traits and
So
structure,
good.
but I'd argue that what draws people to the latest Superman movie or MCU film isn't that it's a superhero movie. They're the structure of the genre.
There's a new Marvel out that's supposed to be nuts. We should go see that.
They're going for the fact that it's a Superman
I
movie
don't care to watch
or
Superman.
the latest installment in the ongoing story that
At
is
all.
the MCU.
Wait, guys, wait, check me out. Wait,
Whoa, hidden gem alert. Chronicle is such a goated superhero movie. This movie is not a superhero movie, but they do get superpowers. This is a good ass movie. Also really sad, just an underrated sleeper. I haven't seen this movie in forever. I almost want to rewatch this just because of like it really deals with like the facts of like wherever you are in your life, if you just get superpowers out of nowhere, like you might want to try to do some good shit, but it might not end up happening because of the underlying possibilities of you being powerful as shit. This movie's fire.
And the fact that, other than Josh Trank's 2012 found footage movie Chronicle, we haven't seen a single successful superhero film that isn't based on existing IP, I think helps make this case. Movies from other genres still show up in theaters, but if we look at what succeeds in each
I
of
never
these
saw
genres,
Dune. I never
it's
saw this
usually
movie.
not the genre itself that is the primary selling point. Take, for example,
F1. I
Is
did
it
like
owe its
this though.
success to the fact that it's a sports movie, or is it the draw of Brad Pitt and the Formula One brand?
Nah,
Or
that
look at
movie was
something
fire
like
though.
Oppenheimer, which isn't really original anyway since it's based on a book. But did it make
Oppenheimer
$1 billion
was
because
super
it's a
fire.
biopic,
So
or because it's a
good.
Christopher Nolan movie? Even if it succeeds,
It definitely Christopher Nolan movies though, like The Odyssey and this movie only do well because of Christopher Nolan. Like Interstellar, phenomenal movie. What else did he make? The Dark Knight, phenomenal movie. The movie about the dreams, good ass movie too. But it's these movies do well because Christopher Nolan is Christopher Nolan. Like these like anybody else made these movies I feel like would have low key flopped. Not flopped, but like these movies are way over budget. If anybody else made them, nobody's going to see random director number 3 made Oppenheimer.
as a
Like who
biopic, are
cares?
people really going to see biopics because they just love biopics as a genre, or because they're drawn by the subject of the biopic? And for the straight dramas that succeed, almost all of them do so not because of the genre, but because of the director power or awards buzz that they managed to generate. It hasn't always been this way though. For much of film history, it wouldn't have been strange to go to a movie just because you wanted to see a movie in that genre. You might describe a new movie by saying, have you seen the latest Western? These days, we're way more likely to say, have you seen the new Nolan? Have you seen the new Star Wars movie? Or even, have you seen the new A24? But there's
Whoa,
one
but
major
A24 does
holdout.
have
Horror
bangers
movies can
though.
still come out of nowhere with a new director,
A24 has
relatively unknown
such
cast, original
bangers.
idea, and draw a huge crowd to the theater for no other reason than being a good horror movie. But before we can understand why and how horror survived, we have to look at who or what killed everything else.
Yeah, what did it? Yo,
Classic
this movie's
Hollywood
fucked
was
up.
built on the genre film, musicals, melodramas, screwball comedies, noirs, and gangster pictures.
I do like watching
In the
some
1950s,
movies like
there
this
was
though.
an explosion of
Sometimes.
low-budget sci-fi movies and big-budget epics. But then in the 70s, something started to change. Spielberg's Jaws became the first movie to make over $100 million at the domestic box office, permanently altering Hollywood's brain chemistry. Studios realized that if you had
Jaws is a fire
with
movie,
a really
though.
simple hook, marketed to the gills, and did a wide release in the summer, you could make serious money. This was the birth of the high-concept blockbuster era, which Spielberg himself allegedly described by saying, if a person can tell me the idea in 25 words or less, it's going to make a pretty good movie. And over the next 30 years, as long as a movie had a punchy, high-concept logline, original ideas
Arrogant weatherman
across a
becomes
bunch
trapped in
of
a time
genres
loop.
were
This is a good ass movie. Groundhog Day. I love Groundhog Day. This is what I love. It's like a comfort comedy movie of mine. I just like the way that he just doesn't give a fuck eventually about what he does to people because he's like, this is gonna reset for them. They don't care. I don't care. I could kill a person. I could kill myself, and it's just gonna reset. So what's the point? I love time loop movies. Maybe that's like cheesy of me, but time loop movies, like I just like them because of the process of them figuring out how to stop it.
able to find blockbuster success. This is the era that gave us
Die
movies
Hard,
like
that's
Die
what I was
Hard,
trying to think about.
Groundhog Day, and Back to the Future. But this era was the
I used
start
to
of
like
something
Back to the
else
Future.
as well.
It's all right now.
Studios looked at a movie like Jaws 2, which had mixed reviews, no Steven Spielberg, and was the continuation of a story that had already wrapped up pretty neatly. They saw it make over 200 million worldwide.
They saw it make 200 million worldwide, and they never stopped making shark movies ever. Jaws, 47 meters down, The Deep Blue, Sharknado 1, 2, 3, Up the Ass Infinity. Like Okay, I will grant Sharknado movies are kind of heat. I'm not gonna lie, Sharknado movies are kind of fire, but still, one movie started an entire genre. Literally, shark movies is a genre because of Jaws, and I hate it because it doesn't need to be. It's one animal. It's like nobody makes lion movies because of the Lion King, but shark movies exist. Shark horror specific movies. What? Why do we have that? Why is that a thing? What is wrong with people?
And they realized that a movie with a recognizable name could sell as well as any star, director, or high concept logline.
Oh, I
You know
get
where
it.
this is headed.
I get that.
But the change didn't happen overnight. Studios
The
used some of the
thing
massive
of
profits from
sequels.
their predictably successful tentpole films to fund specialty divisions that took risks on more unconventional mid-budget original genre films, like the crime thriller Seven from New Line or a romantic
Banger.
comedy like Shakespeare in Love from
Seven's
Miramax.
so good.
By 2005, while the franchise and IP-based films had already gobbled up a lot of box office
Harry
real
Potter,
estate, there was
fire.
still room for original genre movies like the comedy Wedding Crashers, romantic comedy Hitch, or action movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
So good.
But by the late 2000s, as the financial
Big
crisis
Short,
hit, DVD
fire.
sales evaporated, and streaming services started to challenge theatrical attendance, studios became more and more risk averse, ruthlessly cutting out everything but the most guaranteed hits. Original movies like comedies, romance, and adult dramas,
Oh,
high
5?
concept or
Wow.
not, just weren't safe bets anymore. They didn't sell well overseas, they didn't convert into franchises, and the specialty divisions that once made them got cut. And while the studios were cutting
Those
back
movies
on
are
comedies,
ass.
dramas,
Michael
and
Myers
romance
sucks.
films, these more dialogue-focused genres were blossoming in the new golden age of TV and the rise of streaming that followed. Streaming also killed the DVD rental market, which
Yeah.
had been funding original genre hits
Goated.
for years.
What happened? What happened?
A movie like Fight Club could flop in theaters, but then more than make back its budget thanks to DVD rentals.
Fire
Genre
movie.
pieces
So
like Michael
good.
Mann's Black Hat, Guy Ritchie's spy thriller The Man from U.N.C.L.E., or Shane Black's buddy comedy
Yo, The Nice Guys. This is one of the most underrated comedies of all time. I love Ryan Reynolds in this movie. This movie's so good. I wish they made a sequel. It's been 10 years. I need it now. Too good. I love the vibe of the 70s. I love movies that take place in the 70s, 60s, around there. It's so good.
Guys all thrived in this rental market. Studios like Netflix, Apple, and Amazon Prime didn't just destroy the DVD rental market, they swooped in and took over the production of these kinds of genre action and comedy hits. Some of these movies are still getting made, but studios give them
I didn't
little
even
to
know
no
this movie got
theatrical
made.
run and dump them straight onto streaming, so they've all but disappeared from the box office landscape. But how come during all of this, while every other genre film was being picked off one by one, horror didn't just escape death, but grew stronger?
Nosferatu. Nosferatu. This movie, all right. Looks very pleasing. I think it's Denise Villen, the guy that does Dune cinematography or something. Maybe not. Either way, all right ass movie. There's not like much plot besides Nosferatu. Like the original movie doesn't give the guy much to work with, so I understand, but still, it's not that great.
Than ever. What makes a good horror movie? You might want some interesting social commentary, an original catchy idea, inventive
That's
visuals,
cool. That's-
maybe a good cast.
that's a good idea.
Quality filmmaking is always a plus, a sense of atmosphere.
Ooh,
But
I wanted
ultimately,
to watch this
the
movie.
bargain of horror as a genre is that it promises to deliver an experience, to evoke something very primal, to unsettle you,
I don't like that.
to cause anxiety, fear, or terror. And why is that the thing that breaks records while many other indie genre films struggle to even get recognized? Some of the story might just be boring old economics and marketing. Relative to some genres like action and science fiction, a horror movie that delivers well on the
Night of the
promise
Living
of
Dead?
the genre can be made relatively affordably. The budgetary limitations that might hurt other genres can even help horror movies. Despite being made for less than $1 million, a movie like Obsession never feels cheap or small.
No,
if
it
anything,
doesn't.
its contained
That's
reality
what's
adds
really
to
good
the
about it.
horrifying atmosphere. Limited locations might help evoke a sense of claustrophobia. Unknown actors can immerse you in a fiction and add a sense of vulnerability.
I have mixed feelings about that Not that I don't agree with it. I do think when you have an unknown actor watching a movie, especially horror movie, um, it works really well because you're like, I don't know these people. It almost feels like you're watching it happen to a real person. Whereas, like, you replace this dude with Timothy Chalamet, you replace her with like Zendaya or I don't know any other female actress that's popping right now, but that's young. I mean, but you know what I'm saying? Like replace Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie. You know what I'm saying? Like that movie Wuthering Heights. Replace them with that. Not saying that they're bad actors, but it takes me out of the movie seeing a so like such recognizable actor. Like whether or not these people have iPhone face, they also are not known and do a good ass job in this movie and look like people I would see in my city. I don't see Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Jacob Elordi, Tom Holland, Zendaya, Robert Pattinson. I don't see these people in real life. These people I could or probably have. You know what I'm saying? It works much better in my opinion.
Shadowy, moody lighting doesn't just serve the story, it can also help cover over more affordable production design. And done well, the suggestion of a monster can be far scarier than the most expensive CGI creations. On top of being cheap to make, horror movies are easier to market. Most of them are almost high concept by definition, and the fact that they often rely on incredibly evocative visuals means that their trailers are more attention grabbing in a visually saturated media landscape. And with the core function
That
of the
bitch.
genre driven not by dialogue but atmosphere, mood, and visuals, a lot of horror plays well on international markets. Horror's reliance on activating
Really?
our primal human instinct means it's universal in a way that more linguistically and culturally specific genres like romantic comedies aren't always. And horror movies tend to convert well into IP with long-term success. Even though we see more original horror than any other original category, we also
Yo, that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that. I never even put that together that like the scariness of a horror movie would translate because it's just a real emotion. It's not like I guess like comedy is. I'm not saying like anything about comedy, but I'm saying I didn't think it would translate well. I thought American-made horror movies would not be as scary.
see a ton of successful horror franchises. So for studios and
Bro, that's
independent
dope.
production
Thank you,
companies,
C3.
horror is one of the cheaper genre options they can bet on that still has massive potential upside. But I don't think this tells the whole story. I don't think audiences are just passive consumers, greedily gobbling
The fuck
anything
is
the
this
studios
movie?
will shove down their throats. The biggest thing that propelled the success of Obsession was word of mouth. If marketing budget alone decided box office return, Backrooms wouldn't have smashed the latest Star Wars film. On some level, if we didn't
There's a
want
Star
them,
Wars film that
we'd
came
go
out?
spend our hard-earned $15 somewhere else. So why have audiences chosen horror as the defining genre of our era? Why horror now?
At first glance,
Yo, I heard this movie was so good. So good. I think it's like that movie The Thing where you don't know who the killer is.
it wasn't. Something evil had taken possession of the town.
You could study the cultural currents of the last 75 years of American history through its horror films. In
Those
the
bubbles?
50s, Cold War paranoia manifested in fears of dehumanization, like the brain-dead pod people of Invasion of the Body Snatchers,
Their bodies were now hosts harboring an alien form of life, a cosmic form.
It is
which
kind
to
of like The
survive
Thing.
must take over every human man.
or apocalyptic destruction as seen in Them, which
What
unleashed
were they
giant
smoking in
radioactive
54,
ants on
bruh?
American cities.
Because unless you solve it, man, as the dominant species of life on Earth, will probably be extinct.
The
Bro, they had
Vietnam-stained
crack.
new horror of the 1970s was soaked in brutality, distrust of authority, and at times, like with The Last House on the Left and the Texas Chainsaw
He had
Massacre,
to aim. Yo,
outright nihilism.
I know I just paused.
The
These movies are bad, bro. I've never found this movie scary ever. I just find it gross as fuck that they eat people. I don't think these movies are scary at all. Genuinely. What is scary about this big ass, dumb ass dude who's swinging shit like this? You know what is a scary cannibal movie? House of a Thousand Corpses. That movie's elite ball knowledge. If you don't know what that is, go watch it. You will get freaked the fuck out.
The 80s saw a wave of slashers like Friday the 13th and Halloween.
Ass.
These franchises pitted
The original,
aspirations of
ass.
youth liberation against the paternalistic, conservative morality of the time.
They don't get smart.
Me?
You blame everything on kids.
These are just a few of the many.
I saw Terrifier 3 in theaters. That movie, I expected it to be scary. All it was just people's heads like, it's old. It's old now. It's 2024 when that shit came out. When he threw the bomb or gave the kid, like there was like 12 kids around him. He gave the kid the bomb and they all blew up. I wasn't like, ugh. I was more like, what the fuck just happened? 12 kids just blew up in a mall. Or when he like froze Santa's knee and started beating the hell out of it. Yo, those movies are like not that good. I thought they were going to be scary. They're just weird. I don't care for gore. Not that I don't care for gore. If it's used right, it's fine. But I'm saying like, yeah, it's if your heads are just coming off because they want to come off, ass movie, get it out of here.
Undercurrents that can be traced. Stephen King, in his 1981 treatise on horror, Danse Macabre, wrote, "The horror genre has often been able to find national phobic pressure points, and those books and films which have been the most successful almost always seem to play upon and express fears which exist across a wide spectrum of people. Sometimes horror can be made and sold explicitly with these allegories in mind. Someone like Jordan Peele can
This
use
is a
a
good ass
movie
horror
like
movie
Get
though.
Out
I don't
to
even consider it
examine
like
the horror
horror
of
though. It's like
racism in
psychological
America.
thriller.
But other times, these cultural anxieties are translated through horror more unconsciously. George Romero, who made the
Zombie
Night of the Living
movies
Dead,
are also
has denied
never
that any
scary
allegory
at
in
all.
the movie was intentional. But the film,
They're good though.
through both
I like
Romero's direction
Zombieland.
and
Zombieland's
its
a
popularity
fire
with
movie.
audiences, still managed to tap into latent anxieties about a polarized 1960s American society cannibalizing itself. Whether intentional or not, horror is
They
an
just got old
expressionistic
people out there just
medium.
eating
It
each
uses
other.
imagery, situations, symbols, and worlds to both express and tap into the prevailing cultural fears and societal anxieties.
What movies are
Obsession
these?
Obsession explores the horror of coercive romance and sexual assault. And it's not surprising to me that it's resonated with a young audience amidst the rise of heightened anxiety surrounding dating and romance. It makes sense that the 2011 virus horror Contagion saw a resurgence during COVID.
Well, duh. I didn't care to
But why
watch
do we
it though.
seek out horror movies about things we're already afraid of?
You see her.
Smile. This movie is not scary. This movie's not scary at all. There's nothing scary about people going crazy, and they're just. That's not scary to me. This movie's just cringy.
Please, Holly, tell me that you
I get secondhand embarrassment.
I think it's because anxiety and fear are incredibly repressed in our society. Let's go online. Sadness, we often collectively mourn, though perhaps not as well as we could. But I find it's rare to hear someone openly
That's a good movie,
acknowledge
too.
their fears and anxieties. In her book,
Hereditary
Feeding the Monster, the author
scared
and
me.
film critic
That
Anna
was a creepy ass
Bugastaccio
movie.
writes that
Also, what's that movie with Florence Pugh? Midsummer? Bro, that's a fucked up movie. That movie is not like monster scary. That movie is scary though. Yo, Midsummer, if you've never seen that and you want to watch a fucked up horror movie where you do not know what will happen in every single scene, watch that. Watch that movie. I'm not even going to explain any further. It just takes place in Sweden because one of their friends is Swedish. He goes to visit their family. In Midsummer is a tradition that they do. Midsummer. Watch it. Creepy as fuck. Oof.
horror is not about simple voyeurism, about looking at someone being butchered or haunted. It's about feeling what they're feeling.
I don't feel that. I ain't feeling that.
Horror provides a contained outlet, an experience of gathering together.
Oh, that scene though, I
socially
could
to
feel it.
Literally face our fears, where the point is not repressing the fear, but to finally actually let yourself feel it. Getting to feel repressed fear collectively in a contained context that we
Yo,
consent
such
to,
a good
where we
scene.
know we won't actually be harmed by what we're seeing, serves a powerful
Oh, these are
psychological
such good
function
scenes
in our
he's choosing right now.
society.
These are actually dope.
And there's an unapologetic sense of sincerity
I'd
found
never
at the
seen Nope
core of
though.
horror.
I don't know if it's
As
that good.
Boguscazia says, there's nothing ironic about being scared. It is, at its best, an experience of extreme physical and emotional earnestness. Perhaps we find this to be a potent salve to the postmodern milieu of modern life, where everything is drenched in layers of irony, self-apology, and self-referentialism. Perhaps it's an attempt to do a kind of collective shadow work, to exercise
Oh,
the
that was
demons that we
Nosferatu. I
fear
was
by
like, what?
bringing them into
What
the
movie is
light of
that?
the cinema screen.
Shit was not
Maybe
that
all
good.
of this helps society. Maybe it's a distraction, an emotional release valve that lets off steam while we continue to avoid addressing the real problems underlying these fears. Culture is slippery and nebulous. It's impossible to boil the success of a genre down to one thing. But I think what all these explanations have in common is that they point to horror as a expressionism. Stephen King said, terror often arises from a pervasive sense of disestablishment, that things are in the unmaking. And is there a better way to describe the last 15 years or so, the time during which the success of horror has been on the rise? I bet you feel it too. The sense that the world is being unmade, that you're not quite sure what
What's
it's
he talking
being
about
turned
now?
into or who it's being unmade for. So is it any surprise that in a time of increasing social and cultural anxiety, where we're facing down the barrel of a global system that seems to be nearing a state of collapse?
But I also feel like, I mean, he's talking about like on some Jaden Smith. Why aren't we talking about the political, socio-economic state of the world right now? Like, bro! No. I don't think horror movies do that for people, though. I don't think horror movies, like, really dabble. But I don't think horror movies are like a detachment or an acknowledgement of the world that we live in usually. Usually, I mean, they do play on it, but it's not really like there's not like a horror movie about like flock cameras and them tracking you down through your license plates and stuff. There's no horror movie of like a total regime takeover and everybody's dying. Maybe that's a World War II movie, but then it's a war movie. It's an action movie. Like it's not. I don't know what he's trying to go into right now. I'm not really getting it. Maybe my thinking skills aren't that great.
All while we feel increasingly
hell?
powerless to get those with power to do anything to change course, where we have no accepted outlet to fully feel or express the fear that comes along with living in this reality, that horror movies are the most successful genre left at the box office. I've been writing my own horror movie this year, and something that has helped me
Oh, what we doing right now,
is
boy?
creating a mood board that's super easy. You can from search style lots for my
This is an ad?
or you can click
Hey, he gave it to us at the end though. That's fire. That's fire. Man, dope ass fucking video from Thomas Flight. Um Yeah, that was a good ass video. Dope ass video. Good ass stream. You know, like I read a verse of the day every day on stream just to get a little good word out. Even if somebody's a non-believer, usually this message always translates over to even if you don't believe. The verse of the day today is so we know and rely on the love of God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God and God in them. But even if you don't believe, man, just you got to recognize that the love that you could have for yourself. Exactly, bro. Exactly. You got the what you got going on in the future is so much bigger than the shit that's already happened. And that person will just drown out in the waves of supporters that are just gonna keep coming your way, bro. Like I love all my supporters. I love everybody that comes in here has a good time with me. Just building this community shit, bro. We only getting bigger, CK. We only going up, man. That's the ceiling is only as low as you make it. Just remember that, bro. And your ceiling's already pretty high up. So just keep pushing that ceiling up with your hand like that. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to see you guys back again on Monday. CK, if you stream over the weekend, I hope it's good ass streams. I'll come and pop in for sure. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all later.